welcome to the Jessica's Talk Pod. Yes, it's the first episode of the new format in English. I had two episodes already, but in Portuguese with two Portuguese guests. And today I have the very honor to receive a musician. She's a singer-songwriter. She's very young, she's very talented. She was also one of the candidates I received several times for the Grun Club open mic when I still organized it in Luxembourg, like 5, 6 years ago. And yeah,
More.
more or less. More, okay.
More.
I'm getting very old. um, Lata, if you are watching this, we give you a hug. And yes, and she released two singles. She released one in October called Just For You, and she released now 1 month ago, I think, one called Alone. She has a very special music style, and I'm very glad to receive Mara van Dijk. How are you?
Thank you. So happy to be here. Thank you for having me. And yeah, so what do you want to know about me?
Thank you for accepting my invitation. I'm very happy to receive you. You live in Luxembourg. When I met you, you were singing cover songs with the musician who came always with you at the Green Club Open Mics, and now you write your own songs. And something we will also talk about is you also participated to the Eurovision, the Luxembourg contest for representing Luxembourg in the Eurovision Song Contest. We will speak about this, but first, the question that I normally ask to the musicians the first time I interview them is, how did your relationship with the music start?
Well, I think I don't remember the very first memory or very first connection with music. It was always in me, and I think my mom even saw it. That's why she brought me in music theory, and I didn't understand why she did. And then she bought like many small instruments at home, and I like it was always with me, and it's part of me, and it shapes me the person that I am today. And it always gives me some motivation and emotions, and so yeah, basically, I always liked listening to songs and seeing stars on television, and exploring what different kind of melodies exist and what emotions they can cause. Or like when I'm driving with the car, my mom puts the music on, and then I'm singing to it. So it was always in me. She remembers everything for sure. And then came, I was 11 years old, and I bought a CD from Bulgaria, from Leona Luis, and I really liked her songs. And then I started to sing with her. And it was horrible, believe me. I was a horrible singer in the beginning, but I didn't care. I just continued
Really?
singing, shaping my voice. I screamed as loud as I could. And then, like, every time when I came home from school, I started like that was the best time when I was home alone. And my mom, for example, when she went to buy groceries, I just started screaming and singing and just trying out everything, because when I sing, I feel so good after that. I can release something. It's like a person doing sports and they run and then they feel good, and energized. You need to let out you know, what you have inside. And yeah, so that's how I developed my music, my singing. And I realized I want to do it my whole life. It's always a part of me. I can't live without it. And I wanted to become more professional. And my mom found a teacher for me at the CAVM at the time. That unfortunately doesn't exist anymore since its closure
Yeah,
recently.
I heard about
Yeah.
the case. It's very strange what happened. My cousin did also all his music lessons at the Cavum because he was living very nearby. So I was a bit shocked. when I studied
Yeah.
music. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very shocked about the disappearance of the director because he was a very talented person, but he was also very stressed and emotional. I don't know what happened, but I'm really sad that one piece of a history of Luxembourg in the music scene
Yes.
is gone. Even though I
Sure.
heard that they will create a new school with all the teachers and so on. So I followed that news really closely, and I was literally so shocked for the past few since it started, like I think 2 weeks ago or something.
Mm.
So yeah, so I went to that school like for almost 5 years. I had a vocal coach who was an opera singer. Even though it was not the music style, like um, well, after that I went to the rock university to have some lessons for a year after a long break between the two schools. And I was fortunate to at Cavum I had the opera singer that teach me some styles, but at the Rock University, I could learn also how to scream properly and not just to hit the tones. So I think those this experience was very instrumental for my growth. And of course, in between school and doing the homeworks, doing university and so on, you always have you need to have a plan B if music doesn't work out. And no matter what, it will be always with me. And yeah, and then I started like I wanted to I wanted to go on scene and singing. And at school I went on talent shows, even though my voice was not always perfect, but people enjoyed being there. And I received a lot of support as well. And talent shows I tried to participate every year, no matter how hard it was. And I think I learned quite a lot. I even also learned my first rejection like when I was booed once because I was not people's favorite. But I learned how to deal with it, and then I participated at the Eurovision Gala Night in 2016, which was a crazy good experience. It was in front of 600 people that could sing with my dancers, and then yeah, I think I for a while I just sang cover songs and so on, and then well, I think a lot of small experiences. I had started also working with Voice Art and Social, which is an organization here in Luxembourg that combines charity actions with music. So basically, when I was singing at places, we collected money for good causes. And with that, I also worked with George Philippat, who helped me to get many stage experience because he was always booked on some concerts, like for 1 hour, for example, but he couldn't like sing for 1 hour. So he just asked me, "Do you want to come and sing 30 minutes? Like, let's share that booking time together, so you can also have more experience and sing in front of people and to find your own style and so on." And we had many Christmas markets. Also, we sang on the streets. We sang on different festivals at the commune, uh, even at like seniority places, like where seniorities living. And then after a while, then I heard Luxembourg came back to Eurovision after 31 years, which was huge for me because I had actually already given up. And then I said, well, I don't know what will happen. Maybe I will succeed or not, but let's try. I don't have to lose anything. And from that, I started with songwriting camps, and also in UK. I had to fly there with the plane to do it all alone. And from there, also I met a lot of people, and from that, I think my life changed a lot. And but of course, it's not always good to focus only on Eurovision. So I decided to release my songs, and with that, I met amazing people that can help me make the songs and promote them. And yeah, so I know like maybe it's a little bit long what I'm saying, but like it's crazy when you look at everything back. Now I'm 29, so singing is still my life. So yeah, I think it's I remember every detail of it.
I was very, very happy to see your first single coming out. I was like, oh my God, she finally did it. Because I saw that you were very applicated to the Eurovision Song Contest, and I know that it was really a dream for you. I think we already spoke about Eurovision before Luxembourg came back. And we were also speaking that I never understood because when I was a child, Luxembourg was still participating, and for a moment of the other, one of the countries that was the founder of the Eurovision Song Contest just stopped to participate, and for us it was really like a shock. And when I was a child, I was really today not so much. I always look a bit. I like to be aware. I like to see who the songs that came and so. But because I also know that when I was a child, it was magic for me. But now I know that Eurovision also has a lot of political stuff involved, and even now, these 3 last years, I saw like satanic rituals done by some musicians and on stage, and yes, and it shocks me a little bit. But I remember when I was a child, I was like a fan. The Eurovision Song Contest was one of the events of the year for me. I was really in front of, and it was not like today. Today, at that time, you only had one day, one final. You didn't have one semi-final, like
Yeah.
no. Now you have three competitions. That you have two semi-finals and one big final. But at that time, it was just one big final. That means it was just one day, and the whole family sat together. We went to my uncle's house, or they came to our place, and we saw it all together, and we had dinner together, and it was an event for me. And then Luxembourg just stopped, and for me, when I was a child, because I was singing already when I was a child, and it was a shock because I always told my mom I want to go to the Eurovision, and then Luxembourg stopped, and I could not go for Portugal because I was living in Luxembourg, and now they came back, and now I'm in Portugal.
Such
But
a great timing.
yeah, but I think today I would not participate. It's I find you and the all the other guys who did that. You are very brave, and I know that you put a lot of effort. You are very motivated. It's really something that it's really important for you. You were one of the persons who always defended the comeback of the Eurovision. In Luxembourg. I remember it was you, it was also Thierry Mersch and Kim Scheiden. We spoke a lot about it, and they also said, "Yeah, we want Eurovision back in Luxembourg." And
Yeah, I even told Battle about it. Like not exactly Eurovision, but I met him at one of the student fairs at Lux Expo. And that was like a day when you could go to the stands and see all the universities and so on. And I was just exploring and thinking about what am I doing with my diploma, soon diploma in commerce and business. But my heart says music. And he saw me with my bags, and he came to me and he asked me, "What do you want to do?" And I said, "Actually, I want to do music." And he was like, "Oh, you want to teach music?" And I said, "No, actually, I want to produce music. I want to be on stage and all that stuff, like a little bit more the technical and more the media presence and like not teaching, but more like experiencing it, like." And he
working
said,
for it.
yeah, and he said, "Oh, no, sorry, we don't have that." And I was like, well, I was too shocked to answer to him, but I guess he realized that I was like not happy, and maybe it's not
When was that?
That was,
When was
well,
that?
oh, that was a
Was
few
he
years
still prime
before
minister?
when he was the prime minister. Yes.
Wow, what a motivation he gave to the young people.
Yeah, and just a few years after that, I guess it was not only me who contributed to him thinking about it, because I heard that he and the ministère de la Culture, the Ministry of Culture, that
He was also the Ministry of Culture. He was
yeah,
prime
oh yeah,
minister,
indeed.
and
They
he
always
was
have to do.
also there involved.
Yeah, so he
So
actually initiated the process, and I guess he realized that there's a real need for it. Not literally to win Eurovision, because I mean, if you want to go to Eurovision just to win, well, now it's more difficult because we have more countries in the competition and it's another format. But I think, yeah, they finally understood that it's important for us to be there, like for the people outside, and also to give a voice to artists in Luxembourg, because I mean, it's easy to become known in Luxembourg, and you feel like sometimes there are like limits around, but it would be also great for someone from Luxembourg to get exposure. And we have seen that now for the three last representatives. They're getting huge visibility on the social media and in television and so on. So even though it's political, but I mean, it's you can always take something positive from that experience, and
yeah.
and I think that contributed also to the growth of the music scene, and he finally understood that. And also another reason he added to it is that people would get to know Luxembourg and do like come to Luxembourg, and it would help to grow the tourism in Luxembourg. Uh, and yeah, so I am positive about it, and I'm happy that he contributed to this. Um, and honestly, for me, it has changed, even though I never made the final. I always made the top 52. Uh, Even that's a big achievement. I mean, getting the possibility to be in RTL studio, to getting listened by so many international juries. I even met my idol there. Actually, my idol is Polly Genova from Bulgaria. She represented Bulgaria in 2016, and she became fourth. And last year, not last year, like 2024, the second year where we had returned, she was one of the jury members, and Eric from the delegation, he called, like he wrote me on WhatsApp, and I think he wrote me before the news even came out, when they were announcing the jury members. He was like, Mara, you should look at it, look at who is coming to Luxembourg. And when I saw this, I was like so happy. And so yeah,
You
so get
spoke with her?
yeah, yeah. She was so shocked that I speak Bulgarian. She's like, okay, okay, you don't have the Bulgarian accent, but you speak it very well. Where do you have that? And I tell her, well, I speak with my mom Bulgarian at home. She taught it to me since birth. I never learned Bulgarian in school or writing or stuff like that, but it's important for me. It's my identity, and I'm very happy about it. I'm happy that she decided to teach me Bulgarian, and I can use my language also at university, at work, because we have Bulgarians in Luxembourg as well. So it's also giving us an advantage, also in the Balkan scene. And I was the only person, obviously, there that spoke with her Bulgarian, so she was so happy and thrilled. And
Yeah.
yeah, like after that, she told Eric how much she enjoyed being in Luxembourg. So yeah, and she well, she told me after my performance that she liked my song. She asked me, did you write the songs? And I said, yes, I did. I co-wrote the songs with other people in
Mhm.
London. Um, she said, yeah, they're quite good. That the only thing was I could have improved my singing, and it was not 100%. Otherwise, I could have had a real chance with the songs, because I had such a big team behind me. I had people crossing the fingers for me who wrote the song with me, and people like such a big community back when I went to the songwriting camps, because I went to a specific Eurovision songwriting camp in Surrey, and that was in collaboration with DVB Publishing, and they organized those songwriting camps and also many more in different other countries, and they are also responsible for the one in Luxembourg. Uh, and like just entering there, you meet so many people from all different countries, even from US, from other the other end from the world. So and all those people, like, we understand us each other, and yeah, so you don't feel alone after that when you're on the big stage. You really have confidence in yourself. You appreciate, you look back at everything that you achieved so far, at all the small steps, and that, I think, that made it easier for me to, to accept myself and to be vulnerable also, and to be honest and to show who I am on stage. And I have to admit, every year I participated, I had always an improvement, always. Even like the last time I participated, there's a woman that's called Elizabeth. She's like coordinating the whole thing. She even told me because I asked her for feedback, and she told me, actually, from all of these people, you had the biggest improvement. And I was so happy to hear that, because I really worked on my voice with my current vocal teacher. My current vocal teacher, he was at the Walk University. After that, he left. Another story, but we became good friends, and so I take my lessons at my place, and he's coming every week or every 2 weeks at my place, and we have 1 hour vocal lessons. And he's a really great vocal teacher, because since I'm working with him, he understands on what we need to work exactly, and I can show him my songs and I can prepare them with him. And he even coached Emma Zorgato, that won the Voice in Belgium. He even
Mm-hmm.
told me about her progress, and he said she never had any vocal lessons before, and in less than 1 year, I turned her into one, and she won that thing over there. So, uh, so he gave me a lot of, like, he helped me to trust him, and finally he could prove to me that he was right. So,
Mm-hmm.
and I will continue working with him, and we will progress the way we do. We won't give up. He was also like there for me all the time. Like, he was also crossing the fingers. He even helped me to, to prepare my voice before the auditions. Like, we just had a call, and we did some vocal exercises, and he
Warm-ups.
told,
Yeah.
yeah, and also mentally how to be prepared and so on. And like, it's really great to be working with some, like, people who have experience and work.
It's great because it helps you also to stay disciplined. I have to admit, I am not always disciplined with warm-ups. Sometimes I rush to the rehearsals and they are already playing when I come, and I just put myself in front of the microphone and let's go, you know.
True, I have to admit, I got also a lot of criticism from him, but that's better to have from him than from anyone else who doesn't know anything about music, for example. Also, both my vocal coaches in Cavem and at the Rock University, and with him, uh, I know that they are not doing it for nothing. They want to help me. They know what's best.
Mhm.
And yeah, very often when I don't rehearse at home, they can immediately, they feel it, that it's not rehearsed, that I didn't do my homework. And honestly,
Professional
yeah,
people are professional people. You cannot, yeah, you see. But it's with this kind of people who help us to improve and to learn. And I feel that he really helped you to find also your vocal identity. That's what I felt in your songs. I feel that you found your vocal identity, because I remember when you came to the Groove Club, you had one style of singing, and now I feel that you found finally this vocal range where you feel comfortable, and where you feel that your voice is giving her most beautiful act.
Yeah,
So
it has more
the
resonance and
sounds, it's not like, for example, we were talking about your first single, Just for You, and I love this song, really. You don't believe me, but sometimes I listen to it. I have it on my relax playlist, because I have several playlists, and I have a jazz relax playlists that I put often when I'm working. And I really love this song. Is so, because your voice is so smooth, it's so soothing, it's really like, it's like a caress. and uh and I was very happy, I was very impressed, because it's so different from what I heard from you in the past. And I was like, oh, finally she found the music style. She found this voice style that really fits us, her music range, her vocal range, and it's beautiful. It's very pleasant to listen. And you also put some, so it has like a bit soul R&B style, but it's also mixed with some electronic sounds. So it's really like a electronic soul style, and it's very special. It doesn't really fit with it doesn't look like other songs you. So it's really, you try to find something very original that not everybody is doing, at least in Luxembourg. I hear people doing electronic music or soul or R&B, but I don't hear people like mixing the two things together. Yeah, it's very pleasant. I love music with little electronic sounds, and I love soul music. So, and yeah, and you don't exaggerate with your voice. It's not like the screaming stuff, but it's beautiful. It's pleasant. It's beautiful, and really, guys, I will put the link, the links for Mara's pages here, for the Instagram, for the Facebook, for the TikTok, and for the two videos. So the two singles, also for the Spotify. And the new one is a bit, has a bit more energy than the first one. It's also very good. It's also very beautiful. You also stayed a little bit in this vocal range, in the same vocal style. It's just a bit more energetical than the Just for You. But yeah, so go and listen to it. I was not expecting, because like I said, I knew your style before, so I was not expecting something like that, and I was so surprised,
yeah,
so I was like, oh my God, this is really
yeah.
original. It's
You
so
literally gave
good.
me an
Found the
idea.
time.
You literally gave me an idea of preparing some next TikToks or Instagrams where I think I could show like some videos of me in the beginning, how I was singing, and then of my music of today. I think that then people will like really uh like they will see it, even hear it, how different it became. And
Yeah. And you
yeah,
created your own universe too. And it's your universe, because it's still the Mara. We were talking before the interview, we were talking about a lot of people that we met at the Green Club open mic, or that we met before they were very famous. We will not give now names, but yeah, we know some people, two or three people who came. I met them. You met them before they were famous. Before people know who they were. Today they are played on Eldo Radio, for example, and RTL. But at that time, nobody knew who they were. One of them started at the Groen Club, and they were very genuine. They had some, they were themselves, and then they entered in this musical industry where they told where people told them you have to create like a you have to create an identity, a different you have to create a person, and they put the mask so on, that they are not the person I met at that time anymore. They changed completely. They changed personality. They didn't not only change the clothing and the headdress, or they change also themselves. And you didn't enter in this trap. You do something actual. You do something that can be played on elder radio and on every radio that's for young people today, who listen to actual music, and it doesn't fit very well, but you kept your own universe. You kept your personality. When we see your video clips, is uh, even your video clips are beautiful because you put a lot of glowing, a lot of lights, and you put also like slow motion parts, and we feel that you are really into it. You are feeling your own music. But you are still you. You didn't change your hair color to blue, for example. You didn't change your clothing style. You are still you. You are doing something that is actual, but you kept your identity. You didn't lose yourself. And this is something, and that's also one of the things what gave me what why I wanted to invite you and to interview you, because I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud that you do a very modern music style, but you didn't fall into the trap to change the person you are, and it's still good what you do. And yes, it's great. It's brave today. It's brave because it's not easy to say no, to say like, no, I don't want to change my identity just to be famous.
Mhm.
I want to do what I like to do. I want to stay myself. And it's very courageous for someone who really wants to live from the music today. So you can really be proud of you, really.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it was always important for me to, to be happy with what I'm doing, because I always feel that when I am happy, when I feel positive about what I'm doing and I stay true to what I'm doing, then the people will follow after that, because they feel that it's real and they feel that I'm comfortable in it and they feel the positive energy of it, and then they want to feel the same way that I do, and then they follow. Because honestly, music is not always selling some like a
Yeah.
song or something. It's also selling a story, a feeling. I want of course, first of all, music is about me. It's like I'm doing it for myself. That's the I mean, of course, it's a little bit egoistic, but I mean, that's the first reason why we are doing something that we love, not only in music but also in sports and other hobbies that people do. So that's the first reason. And second reason is, okay, when I'm showing my music to someone, what do I want to tell to those people? And actually, I'm selling them a feeling. And maybe I'm feeling something right now that other people feel as well. So, especially for my second song, Not Alone. So basically, I wrote this song in a moment where I felt very alone. Um, it can be any situation, and I wanted, not to be too specific, because I wanted this song to be accessible for everyone, like even if it's like someone struggling with finance problems, or with a disease, with the relationships, with work, with the music career. So I wrote this song in a very vulnerable moment, but I also was like, like not sad, but I was like I felt something in me that I wanted to bring out, and I was thinking, okay, but actually I'm not alone, even though sometimes it feels like that. But there are, I don't know, 7 billion people around this world, and for sure someone feels the same way that I do. And I wanted to create a connection with those people, and then I wanted to do something also for them because I feel accomplished with it, and I think people will feel it also, and someone out there will feel the same way. So I wrote that song, and I worked with Emerin. He helped me on those two songs and helped me to find my identity, which is amazing because he always told me when you're talking about authenticity, about staying true to yourself, is I don't want to change much, you know. I want the people to see me because also recently, if you let's see an example like Taylor Swift. I think one of the reasons why she's like so famous is because she's authentic. She doesn't change for anyone. She is not like negative or something. She sells to these young girls, to these young fans, a feeling of belongingness, of understanding, of feeling like the people feel understood when they hear her songs. And like when I'm thinking about the lyrics of a song, she literally wrote as if she would talk to them, and that's what's capturing their attention. And I wanted my song to be accessible, to be easy to understand, but also to just feel like because sometimes you listen to the lyrics in the song, sometimes you just listen to the melodies,
Yeah.
sometimes you just
But you
listen.
didn't sell your soul,
Mhm.
and this is very important. I prefer your music than Taylor Swift. I So Taylor Swift for me is somebody who sold her soul for completely. So it's not your case at all. And about this song alone, um, it makes sense what you say because on the chorus, we really feel that you are releasing something.
Exactly. Yeah,
You
that's
are
why
really like freeing yourself, from burdens, from you are I like the video clip because you are at the balcony, and then you do like that with the head like go out of me, and
let me tell you how
it's
that
really
process
nice.
was when I filmed, when I did that reel. You know how many times I had to shake my head. I was literally dizzy after that, and I drank a lot of water to in order to be able to do this several times because we had to do several takes of it until it was perfect. And that's the first thing. And then the second thing, we filmed it with a drone, and um, the people I've worked with, they haven't had any experience with drones, even though they had one and they never used it. So I told them, let's use it. Let's put it into action with this one. And so when the drone failed, I still had to continue doing my work, and we had to take a lot of takes until it was perfect. And I wanted it to be perfect because on social media, people scroll today too fast to over the content, and it needs, even especially the first 3 seconds, need us very important so that people stay and watch the whole video. Uh, so that's why we put a lot of effort in it, and I think we spent so on my Instagram, you will see that I have like around 5 reels, 5 or 6, let's say, and we did all of them in a whole day. I think maybe most of those took one evening. And until that day, I didn't have any idea what we would do, what we would be filming. So it came very spontaneously. And I was not sure about what doing when shaking my head. But when the producer said, just do it, do you trust me? I said yes. And then when I saw the results, that I understood immediately what he meant. So yeah, so the filming was sometimes very hard because it was also very cold outside, and I couldn't go with jacket outside. I had a t-shirt, I think, So, and I wanted it to be, catchy and so. I bought also some lights to put inside my balcony so that it would look like as if I came out from a disco or from the universe and I would go outside to the people. So it took a lot of time to prepare, um, the ideas, then the equipment, uh, and thinking about the whole concept. And it takes a lot of time, and it's a process that takes months. But for some people, watching the videos costs them only a few seconds. So I appreciate everyone who has watched my videos, even if it's for a second, it's fine. But you know, uh, in the end, also, when I take my train, I go to work, and then I see an old friend from school, and we haven't talked a lot since, I don't know, high school.
Mm.
And she tells me, "Hey, I saw you put your songs out. Wow, they're really good. I didn't see that coming." And she hadn't actually reacted to my videos or something, but she saw them, and I didn't realize that so many people saw it. And even she said, you know what, actually, I shared it with my neighbor or something because she knows you also, and we know us from high school, and I just showed her what did you do with your music because you sang in the talent show at the time, and I remember when you just started with it, and you didn't have much confidence at the time, and seeing the journey of it is she was so happy about it. I was really happy to hear that reaction, and hearing when people save it on playlists like you do, and people just reacting to my
Yeah.
stories or writing a message, or um, yeah, any action, like any engagement, interaction is really cool. Of course, we
And
know.
what I
Yeah.
liked also in the video clip of Just for You, even that I found very relaxing, is that you are there in the computer. It's like showing you working on your song, producing your own song on with all these lights, very relaxed lights. And I am a fan of ASMR. I don't know if people know what
Yeah.
that is. So ASMR is people do like sounds and triggers, and you have in stereo, so you have to put your headphones, and then you feel like scratching and so. So, and nowadays you have also a lot of visual ASMR, so the sounds, and with visual also, that is very relaxing. And your song, Just for You, just gave me the same sensation
Oh.
as an ASMR video. So
Amazing. By the way,
it's
it's not like lot filtered, like it's really my home studio at home. And actually, my producer said you can like he said don't clean it too much because otherwise it's not real. Just let it
yeah,
like use it the same way you would be working when you're alone. And just relax, don't do anything much. Enjoy the process. I was really enjoying the song while filming. Uh, and the lights and everything, like I bought some lights with there's some special lights that when you put them that the whole room becomes blue, for example. Uh,
yeah.
and we
Oh,
used that.
nice.
Yeah,
So
and
this exists really, like it's not your ceiling light, it's really something you bought to
mhm.
make the colors. So
Exactly.
nice. It's good to
And
know.
I think the producer just, corrected maybe the light a little bit, but actually with what we were using, the equipment was quite good. I mean, I saw what he filmed after that, even before editing, it was already like professional, and I couldn't have done it that good without him. And I'm really grateful that he's working with me. It's really, and like it's really hard to do it all alone, and it's much easier when you have someone who has like brings his own
Mhm.
expertise in the field, and he's also convinced of what I'm doing. If it wasn't, like he would have stopped working with me, and this is not the case. And We do this mostly on weekends, like we write songs and then and then we when we have a song that's ready, we program it, we put it on a distributor, and then we say, okay, we have to start creating our content now, like in 3 weeks or so, which is not much time because we only have the weekends, because doing a week is quite difficult when you're working, and he has also projects in between with many deadlines. So yeah, we try to do in that little short period of time, those few weekends that we have, we plan the day and he brings his equipment and then we film the content. Um, and actually, we don't think about what we're filming. So we kind of decided when at the moment, But I
Mhm.
always prepare some stuff in advance, some options, so I can present them to him. Or I listen several times to the song in the bus before it's even mastered, so I always have more ideas. And um, and also maybe you wonder how did I write those songs? Maybe how did I come with that melody or those words? Literally, very
Yeah,
naturally.
like my question would be like, did you already have a little bit the sounds you in your head you wanted to like these electronic sounds? Did you imagine them already before you produced it?
Like I'm a big fan of remix. When
Yeah.
you listen to a song and someone puts another beat on it, and then you kind of
Yeah.
it
Ah,
works out really
yes,
nice.
yes, yes, yes.
So I think I had it's not that I had education in that, but I listened to well, when I travel to work, when I'm commuting to work, I listen all the time to music, and I always discover more and more songs. And uh, it's not that I'm copying, but I'm discovering what can you do with different rhythms or with different instruments, or which words you
You
can.
get inspired by things you what yes, that's a good question. Which music project does you inspire the most, you like to listen the most to, and that give you ideas then for your music, just for the people who never listen to you, to have a little bit idea what kind of universe they can discover.
There's a mix of very famous singers and some who are less famous. So Madison Beer is one of my idols. I went to see her concert a few years ago in the Atelier in the city of Luxembourg, and I was in the same room with her and many other people, and her song was very inspiring in the way that her song is very relaxing, but it has also many interesting beats, and like that bass is so intense when you're in a big room and the music feels like complete. And So she's one of those singers. And then, well, I was always a big fan of Ariana Grande and Demi Lovato and Selena Gomez. That was my childhood. And High School Musical, of course. So for me, they were always great singers. They have like an amazing voice, like very high voice. I even thought that I was like, I'm also soprano singer like them, but more like a mezzo soprano now. And so they shaped my style and my creativity and so on. And then recently, let's say, since I really started writing songs, I listened to the songs of Milina Tay. She's not yet so much famous, but her songs are very viral on YouTube. I even commented something on her videos or stories, and she reacted to it, and she was very happy to hear that I feel so inspired about her songs. Like she creates that song exactly those songs that I do, more like but a little bit more like the same beats this the whole time, but like very creative beats. And then when I connect those beats with other singers or other melodies, it sounds complete for me. So I like to recently I like to listen a lot to different genres of music, but more like that chill style, like music with beats, with some instruments, with very soft voice, or like I like a
Mhm.
lot when a voice has a harmony inside,
Mhm.
when like I don't like mainstream songs are also not bad, but I want a voice to be complete, So every time you listen to it, you hear something else that you haven't listened before when you heard that song again, So you can listen to it all over again, and then you discover something new, and you just are attentive to what is coming, So that's the way how I wanted to create my songs, and yeah. So all those singers, of course, there are many, many more. I always discover new songs from new artists. I don't really pay attention to who is the artist of that song. I always listen to the songs, or sometimes when I
Mhm.
listen on Spotify and I listen to, when the Spotify tries to put other songs that in the same
Yeah,
style like
suggested you something similar what you were listening before.
And then I like the songs and then I save it on my playlist. I can listen to it again because for example I listen to it at work, but I can't save or I can't look right now who sings it or what is the name of the song, so I just save it and then it's on my playlist. So yeah, so Melina Tay, Madison Beer, Selena Gomez, Demi Lovato, Victoria from Bulgaria. She represented Bulgaria in Eurovision in 2020, 2021. She also has like a soft voice, but more Billie Eilish style. Billie Eilish
Mhm.
is also not bad, but not like yeah, like I like a few songs of her, but I don't know all of them. So yeah, so those are like I would say those are the most relevant artists that influenced me.
Yeah. And your voice, this soft voice, made me also remember a little bit this trip hop style, like a bit Massive Attack and Party. Yeah, I'm an old lady, so I listen to Massive Attack and Party Set, and the voice is not really the same as Beth Gibbons, but it has the softness. It's not the same height, but it has the same softness. So it
Hmm.
made me a little bit remember. Perhaps that's why I liked it's really the softness of your voice, and combining with the electronic sounds and the music vibe and this hip hop beats also, without being very hip hop, but there is like a hip hop beat, and yeah, it's really really pleasant. So really, girl, continue like that. One day I will perhaps see you at the Vox, or like Sekarma. I know that she goes alone with her. She also has a very very special style, and she came from Luxembourg, and now she's playing a little bit around Europe, and who knows, nowadays I see more and more singer-songwriters. We have one here in Portugal who is really good, is Lua Caiano. uh I think it's Lua Caiano. She has like the hair like that, and she
Dreadlocks,
does. Hmm?
like dreadlocks.
Yeah, really like dreadlocks, and she mixes also electronical sounds with Portuguese traditional music, and she has lyrics who are very meaningful. So she speaks also about society, and she's traveling alone. She's doing tours around the world just with her keyboard and computer and backing tracks, and she does a huge success, and I really like what she does. It's really really original. Not everybody likes the style. I am very surprised that she's so known and so famous, because it's not really a music style that people like catch, you know, it's not very pop. It's really something special. And she tours alone, and I see more. I like also to see after concerts. Sometimes they show like very unknown people, or people that I never saw before, and with very special music styles. And I see more and more often one girl or one guy alone with the keyboard, with the computer, and doing the singing, or with the guitar only, you know, and without musicians. And I think that you, with your music style, could be something that could perhaps happen one day, you know, if you continue to be original, to stay true to yourself, to not sell your soul to the pop mainstream industry. Even that I see your songs in the mainstream radio without any problem, because it really fits. I don't know. I wanted to ask you, how did the radios react in Luxembourg? Do you have radios who play the songs sometimes?
Hmm. Yeah, so for my first song, Just for You, like that's something that I really like about Luxembourg, because when I went to Rock Lab meeting, there were some German people that they were on the Voice of Germany, and they told us that in Germany it's very hard to get songs on radio when you're like a DIY singer, for example, when you're not like a very famous promi or something like that, you know, prominent person. But Luxembourg is quite open to new singers, to newcomers. So basically, I sent my first song to all the possible radios in Luxembourg. I literally I did a lot of research, and actually, I think we have more than 60 radios in Luxembourg, some bigger, some smaller ones. And I sent emails to all of them, and in the end, well, most of them didn't answer. But I'm happy about those that answered. So I had both of my songs were received on Eldo Radio, and FC
Great.
Continue is a radio that I never heard of, but they play my song all the time. Like they're the most receptive ones. When I check how many times my song are getting airplayed, they are airplaying it the whole time. Sometimes they are playing my first song more than the second one. And then RTL also received. The only thing that is a little bit a pity is like I get a lot of my friends that do songs, they get invited to the interviews at RTL, you know, the one that's called Am Takt, and they never
Mhm.
invite me. And well, I asked because they told me your song will be played on Am Takt, and I didn't. I thought it was an interview or something, and I asked them, and they said, no, actually, it's we will airplay your song, and depending on the timing, we will invite you maybe someday to do an interview. But that never happened for the two songs. Maybe for another one. Um, yeah, even though when you receive rejection, you always need to stay positive and you know to show that you're receptive and so on. It's not
Yeah,
easy.
but to be airplayed on RTL and Elder Radio, just airplayed, girl.
Yeah,
There are not
yeah,
many people
yeah.
who get that.
Yeah, I'm
So
like really surprised.
really,
Yeah, we did an amazing press
congrats.
kit. Yeah, so can definitely like literally say thank you so much to my producer who did the press kit, because it was included in the whole package that I had to book
Mhm.
for the wheels, for the pictures, for the press kit, for
If you
we
want
had.
to send me his links, so I can also put
Hmm.
the links for him here on the description too. Guys,
Hmm.
don't forget to put a like, to go to the links, go and check Mara's job. It's really good what she does. I know you work a lot. I saw you starting a few years ago, and you really deserve to have success, because it's a lot of work people cannot imagine, and you
Hmm.
work and you study. So yeah, so it's a lot. And go and check also then your producer. It's Amy, is that
Emerin.
Emrin? Okay,
Yeah.
I will put
He's.
also the links. Put the like, share the videos, share this interview. uh, talk about the podcast and Mara to everyone you know, and really support the local musicians, support your the newcomers, support people who are really doing a great job, who are really working for their music and not just using AI and like
That's a big topic.
Yeah, we
AI,
had this
yeah.
discussion with Lata
Oh my God.
for last
I,
year at his interview, and but I wanted to interview. I should interview him again to talk because it's it had an evolution since last year. So I'm
mhm.
curious to see what he would say today. But yeah, so I will always support people who are doing their work from A to Z, like writing, producing, even if you use electronic sounds and the computer to produce, but you are creating a song from
From
zero,
scratch, yeah.
from
To
scratch. You are not using something that is already done, or you have nobody who is writing for you. No, you do all alone, and you
yeah.
do it in your little studio, and it's a lot of job. It's a lot
Yeah.
of
Yeah, by the way, actually, when I applied to Eurovision, they always had like a second category of like a team up list where singers could register and then also producers from all over the world. And honestly, when someone produces a song with AI, I can definitely hear it. And I got a lot of emails from people. Some were really good, but well, I couldn't do all the songs in that short time, and I wanted to have like good songs, to be presentable. And unfortunately, I also had some requests from people that had like songs where you could literally hear that were written with AI. And I showed some of them to my producer, like that I'm working with my songs, and he was like, "Yeah, that's definitely AI. It sounds the same, like it sounds copied. The lyrics also sound,
it
it's
will
like,
never have the human feeling.
yeah, I
This
don't,
was a debate I had with my doctor because my doctor has always a great playlist when I go there, and he was listening to a blues song, a blues uh, a blues album. I thought it was an artist, and I was like, "Oh, you are putting blues because I like it to relax me." And he was like, "Actually, it's AI," and I was like, I was like shocked,
ah,
like you traitor. And he was like, "Yeah, but it's like I was like, how can you? Are stealing our jobs." And
Mhm.
no, but and then he told me, "Yeah, okay, it's not bad, but it will never have this human."
Mhm.
We
Yeah,
talked about it. I told him it will never have this human feeling. Okay, lyrics were beautiful, and the voice was really great. I was so shocked. My God, how can
yeah,
this be possible? But like you said, it there's something missing. The heart is missing.
yeah.
It's not an
A
it's not
person
for
or
nothing
like,
that we have a heart. We
yeah,
have
and
a heart. It's
actually,
for something.
I think concerts will also never die. It's always special to go to concert and to hear the real instruments playing and the people's voices, and to have a live experience, not just in my headphones at home or in the bus. Um, it's Thankfully the concerts will never. I don't think AI will be able to take over at some point. But yeah, indeed, it's like worrying that people compose their songs with AI. Like, it's not that you shouldn't use AI at all. It's sometimes like when I don't know the word and I don't know the synonym of that word, then I ask AI for it, and then he tells me, or I use Google or something, or I ask him for, I don't know, like a word with three parts or with syllabus. then it's useful, you know, but not like to write a whole song. I mean, it's done in minutes, while a song is written over a lot of time. Especially when I was at the songwriting camps, I experienced how hard it is to write a song in just one day. Like we put all our energy inside, all our inspiration, and we write the lyrics, we sing the songs, we record it several times, we do the retakes, and then the producer has to, you know, to experiment, you know, to have other instruments in mind that could fit, and has to have a concept, and you know, to use we use all our professional skills for that. It's not and yeah, so thankfully AI is not that advanced yet to do a song that yeah, human produce it's human produced. So yeah, so thankfully I still enjoy the songwriting camps, because you don't only have a good experience from it, you have an amazing song, and you have a real connection with that song, and
Yeah.
you have people that support you because they wrote that song with you, and they have also community. Like for example, with DVB Publishing, I experienced people that had songs in Eurovision. So one of them had in the one song that's called Laika Party for Ireland. I know one of the songwriters, and the one from Eva Maria is also from there, from the songwriting camp in Luxembourg. And then we have for this year, for Eurovision 2026, we have Malta. Um, we had Moldova in the national final that didn't win, and I think we had Poland that didn't win, and many other songs maybe that I don't know about, but since being closer to those people and to hear that someone of them has a song in the national selection, and some of them even won and represented the country, it's amazing, because I know when one day I will succeed, they will support me as well, like the way I support them, and that support comes very naturally because Greg, who is the one of the big organizers of that community, he's like literally giving natural power to, like, natural positive vibes to those people, and you don't feel like very forced. You feel you belong, and you get heard from them. Yeah, and that changed a lot because I know now I don't do music all alone. I do it with a lot of people that understand me, and I'm always also happy to hear their songs and to hear about their evolution and having people support me in my journey. And actually, maybe you're wondering what are my plans in the next months.
Yes, of course. So, what are you planning to? I'm sure you are working on a third single for sure.
Yeah.
So, yes, and are you also planning to do like an EP or an album and a release party or?
Yeah, so I applied the first time for financial support for my songs because the first two have been funded only by me, which is also costly, to be honest, especially the filming the content, things that I'm not good at.
And the material?
Absolutely, I didn't count that. I forgot to count them. And the vocal lessons that cost me also a bunch of money each session, but they are totally worth it. I can't without them. I need a momentum to keep. And the songwriting camps, obviously, they cost a lot of money, like at least €1,000 per songwriting camp, and then you need to organize the travel, and we have also some additional expenses that come with it. So yeah, yeah, it's crazy.
Oh my
Eh,
God.
yeah, so I am like really lucky that I have my family that supports me, like not financially, but like they're with me, and um they also help me like having more time at home for my music. Like when I come home and we have a family lunch and someone of our family had cooked something to eat, I know that I always have a warm plate at home. or that someone can drive me somewhere to concert or something. It's really, I'm really thankful to have them there, like in the first place for me. So yeah, so definitely I will continue working on new stuff. I have like several songs in the running. I think I forgot what I did with all those songs. Like some of them, like months pass and you haven't done anything, but you never forget about it. So basically, like as you know, I participated in songwriting camps and none of my songs ever came out. Actually, Not Alone was one of my Eurovision entries, but that I wrote with Emerin last year, and we just tried it once, and we decided to, to release it because the moment you release a song, you cannot submit it anymore for Eurovision. It needs to stay a secret song, and that's why I have too many secret songs right now. I have around 5 songs that I tried with for Eurovision, and I just count the finished versions. I don't count the versions that are not yet mastered or done or incomplete. So yeah, so and then I will also continue writing new songs. The thing is with music, it's always good, to start a project and then you have more ideas and then you start another project while you're keeping up with the previous project. As a musician, you always have several projects and you don't, you progress differently with each of them. You do as you like. Because and then after a while you come back to your first project and then you have more ideas. It's a process. It's not that I just finish a
Yeah.
song in a short time of period and then I say, okay, that's fine, I release it. I want it.
And it's not only in the music, it's, I think, for every project, artistical project, or like for the podcast, I learn always more, and I have always more ideas too. So ideas
Exactly.
too.
Exactly. I think the growth is the most important thing. It's not the result that matters. So of course, people that listen to the songs, they don't think about all the work that has been done behind.
The
And I know,
journey.
yeah, the journey, like crazy big. I know people that have tried with a song that they showed to me they tried like for 5 years, they tried to find a singer. They wrote that song in a songwriting camp and they couldn't find a singer that could sing that song. And that song was really hard to sing and it was an amazing song. And then unfortunately, I couldn't sing that song, but I really liked that song. For me, this was a potential Eurovision winner. And finally, after 5 years, it ended up in Malta's national final with a very good singer, but it didn't win. So, but it's like really nice to hear that song on the television, and you have heard it before, you have tried it before, and it finally found someone. It finally came out to the world. And like it's really hard when you have such a good song and you just want to release it. That's the how we felt when I did the songs with Emerin, and he said, "Wow, those songs became really good." It's like really hard to keep them as a secret. I mean, we need to let them out.
Yeah.
And I said,
Yeah.
"Okay,
I agree.
yeah," and
I
like
agree with that completely.
yeah, and I like
Because
said,
you cannot always keep the songs secrets and into a bucket, and it can be put very good potential songs that can be played on the radio, and don't forget that if your songs are airplayed, even if it's not every day, but every time it's airplayed, you also can get a bit of money for the songwriters' rights. That can help you also to cover all the costs you had. So I
yeah,
think it's really important. Like you choose one song for the next year that you are like, okay, this will be the one that I will present for the contest, but the other ones you don't have to keep it in a bucket, you know.
yeah, exactly. So I definitely think I will talk to the producers and the songwriters I mean, they want to know what will happen with those songs. And like
Of
when
course.
some songs I decided to try with them a second time at Eurovision, and thankfully there was an improvement, but it was still not what they wanted to have. And sometimes you end up improving the song. You know, you do a revamp of the song. You just, I don't know, you record again those vocals, or you add that instrument and so on. And that also costs money, but you just want the result to be really good, and then it works. So yeah, so definitely having many open projects. I even have also projects with a few other producers that contacted me afterwards, because with the territory comes also the opportunities. Like people hear your songs and they really resonate with it, and then they contact you and say, "Hey, let's work like sometime together." And it's also good to work with different producers because you always learn something new, and everyone works differently. It's not always good to stick with the same people, but you know, to have a variety, and you know, to also maybe hit new targets, like to explore new audiences, and maybe someone new will listen to your song, and then they will follow you, and they will listen to all your
Yeah.
future songs. So yeah, and actually I'm planning to write, of course, more Eurovision songs. Of course, if after time I don't they don't make it, I consider releasing them at some point, or maybe, like, I don't know, pitching it to other singers. That's sometimes what is also effective. I mean, so I heard of some Eurovision singers that have been co-writers for some future
Hmm.
songs that made into Eurovision, and they, like, I mean, they gain a lot of money with that after that.
Hmm.
Because as a singer, you don't gain that much money. As a songwriter, I mean, the songwriters are
Of
the real
course.
winners, the
How
producers.
many people who sing songs that were not written by themselves, were written by another person, and the person who wrote it earns more money than the singer because
Yeah,
of the rights, you
exactly.
know?
Exactly. But honestly, that's one of the reasons why I went to songwriting camp. That's the very first reason. So I have my rights partly on that song, even if it's like 25%, like for people. For people, each one has 25%. And then the second reason is when I write my own songs that I feel on scene, it's much better because I think that people will feel on stage if you can feel your song. If you receive a song
Yeah,
from someone and you don't feel it, it's very hard
yeah.
to go far,
So
and people will
I
feel.
have this a lot. I have this example a lot. For example, last year I went to listen to a friend of mine here in Porto who does a lot of cover gigs for the tourists, you know, here in Porto, like the rock and roll stuff and this kind of stuff we are used to listen. And I know that he's also a good singer-songwriter. I know that he has amazing songs. And I was like, and he was like, "Oh, what do you want to listen?" And I was like, "A song of yours." And he was like, "Really? Song of mine?" And you know, here in Portugal, I already told that in another episode. I was so shocked because in Luxembourg we really got used to now to the original stuff, you know. People who come and show original stuff and do releases, and here in Portugal I know a lot of people who write really well. They are good singer-songwriters, but they are afraid to release their own songs because they say no, people don't want to listen to originals. They want to listen to covers. I was like, yeah, but if you never show your stuff, you will never know, you know.
Yeah, that's what we
And
call
this
the imposter
guy,
syndrome.
yeah, and this guy is one of them. And he was like, really want to listen one of, and he was like asking the other people in the public, do you want to listen to original song? And everybody was telling, yeah, what are you waiting for, you know? And the guy played two original songs and they were amazing, and they were so great. And the about the what you were telling, that you feel when somebody is not singing something written by themselves, and you feel, and it was this guy was the perfect example. The feeling he put the way he sang his own songs and he played the songs was completely different from the way he played the covers.
Mm-hmm.
Because he wrote it, he felt every word he wrote. And it's like you say, when you write a song, when you create a song from scratch, you feel every word, you know the meaning of every word. And this will also have an impact on the way you will tell the story to the people, because songwriters are storytellers. I think Lata always said that. We are
Mm-hmm.
storytellers. We are telling story to the people outside. So you have to make the people understand the story and pass them. We, like you also said during the interview before, the impact we do in the public. And I talked about this with my drummer last week, that we as artists, we have a very important role and a responsibility about how we put our art outside and how we interpret our art and the words we use, because music has impact on people's feeling, and the way you sing it, the way you tell the story has an impact. And when you write your own story, you know how you will tell it, and people will receive it in a different way than if somebody else,
Mm-hmm.
than if you are singing something that somebody else wrote for
Mm-hmm.
you,
The best,
and it's not your story,
mhm.
you know.
Yeah, the best example is Eurovision. Actually, I don't know if it's publicly known, but the first two representatives of Luxembourg, though they had their song was written by someone else. And but now this year, the first time that the singer was involved in the Eurovision songwriting camp and has her own song out. And I definitely feel difference. The first two
Yeah,
feel like they're also good songs, but well, I don't know, it depends. It's also important that the singer has some songwriting skills. I didn't mention, but after I I completed my very first Eurovision songwriting camp, I completed a 6 months songwriting mentorship course where we had also song clinics. Song clinics meaning we are in a call with many people and um, we hear other people's songs that are still in production and they want feedback from us and we give them some feedback so they can make the song even better because it's always good before your songs are getting out to to make it listen to a few people and to ask what do you think about it, is there anything I could improve and so on. And yeah, so getting feedback from other music professionals was always helpful. And then we had also some courses, and we had to do 103-day video, like meaning we had to do every day a video, even like 1 minute or so, just where I just told about my what I'm doing today, what did I learn in songwriting, is there anything that I liked about music, did I have any impression or like any subject, whatever you liked, even something that is not related to music. And we had the Facebook group where you could post every day a video and people could react to it.
mm,
And yeah, so a little bit of all those extras, and then also songwriting camp included with the accommodation for 3 nights in Surrey in London. So yeah, so that those 6 months shaped me a lot. And even though I was always a singer, but I became also songwriter in some way. I didn't plan to become one, but
definitely. A
yeah,
singer-songwriter is not only a guy or a girl who takes a guitar and a piano and he plays and sings.
yeah,
It's music creation. It's
hmm,
writing a song and creating a song from scratch. And for me, a singer-songwriter, of course, people who know me know that I like this rough, old school folk, real deal style. And yeah, I love this, I have to admit. But I also adapt to the modern world. And for me, a new singer-songwriter from the modern world is somebody who writes the song from scratch and creates the song from scratch. It's not because you are not with the folk guitar there singing some folky stuff that you are not a singer-songwriter. You have many ways to be a singer-songwriter. So yeah, so you are definitely a singer-songwriter. Congratulations.
Thank
Your
you.
songs are really good. People, I remember, go to the links, go to listen to Mara's music, go to and follow her. Follow also, please, the podcast. I also have a PayPal and a TP for people who want to help the podcast and give some donations. It gives me the possibility to improve a little bit the quality of the podcast and also to do more episodes because I don't make this for a living. I have a normal job, uh, and if I start to earn money with the podcast, I can do more episodes. I can apply more. I can even travel perhaps to find guests and do presential interviews because this is one of my goals is that one day I can have material and real stuff and work with somebody like a technician or a cameraman that's and do like a real podcast who I will be with where I will be with people presential and have good quality videos instead of doing just interviews via Zoom. So for this, I need your help, and if you want to help and give a little donation, just go to the PayPal link or the TP link here in the description box too. And yes, and share Mara's music, share the podcast,
You can even
and
write me. Just you can also DM me like normal talk, totally
yeah.
uh like totally accessible, like if you were writing to a friend. Yeah.
Great. So yeah, and if you want, even if you want to work with Mara, if you want to write a song with her,
Yeah.
and if you want also information about the Eurovision Song Contest, I know Mara is very aware about all the organization. She's one of the people that if I have a question about this contest, I would call her or write her directly because I know you are very into it. You defend it a lot. So, guys, go follow, support our artists, please. Support our the young artists also who are starting and who are still creating and not using only AI or using the easy way to do music. So people who are real artists, creators, and we have to support these people always more so that the creators do not disappear and continue to exist. Thank you so much, Mara, that you accepted my invitation. This was a very great talk. I wish you all the success in the world. Really, you really deserve it. You can be really proud of your evolution because it's huge. Like I said, I remember you at the Groom Club. You were so young. I was younger too. Yeah, it is what it is. But getting old is also good. It means you are still
Yeah.
alive. So
And you're getting more wise. You're like
yeah,
wine.
and you
You're
get more.
getting
Depends on people, but yeah. I know guys with 60 years who are 60 years old and they are still very terrible. Like they are like teenagers. So,
Mhm. Yeah, true. And also with the time I mean, I don't want to compare myself singing at age 11 and singing now. I mean, that also became better.
yeah,
And now there's also more possibility to, to work. It's not the same like if you started as music as a child, it's not the same way as if you were doing it now. So
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah, yeah, yeah,
time
definitely,
and the
definitely.
music is evolving all the time. You never know what will happen in 5 years with music or in 10. So yeah, that definitely interesting to follow.
So continue to produce, continue to send me your stuff so we can share. And the Jessica Stahl Pod will always be there for you and will always support you. And thank you also that because this doing this interview, you are also supporting me. And I know I told you that already. I know that you supported a lot. You were one of the persons who supported a lot the Groen Club project when it existed. And I am very grateful, and I know Lata is also very grateful that you were always present. You were not only present at the open mics, you were also at the shows, and you supported every artist, member of the Groen Club, and yes, and we are so grateful. And you and all the people like you, all the people who at the same time supported, came to the open mics, supported the project. It was so much work. People
Absolutely, yeah.
cannot imagine. It was so much happiness and pleasure, but it was so much work.
Hmm.
And it was also thanks to people like you and all the other people who supported the project that we could do this and we could exist. And I'm very grateful that you were part of it.
Thank you.
I will never
Like,
forget.
thank you. And thanks to you, I found like I don't think my journey would have been that like I would I mean without you I wouldn't have grown that much without the experience at the open mic because you created this amazing community of people and it was also amazing to hear them singing and to hear real instruments, real voices. And for example, when we went to the bars or even we went to the restaurants and you just sit there and listen to music, it's really nice. And
Only originals. It was really originals, the most
yeah,
of them. You had perhaps one or two people who came with covers, but the most of the people came with original songs, or
hmm,
always.
yeah, and also you created a really good environment in the way that like when I sang there, I always felt very comfortable. I didn't feel so alone, and I mean when I looked at the audience while I was singing, it took away my nervousness because honestly, when I sang in schools, that was the most horrible experience, singing in front of a whole school. Because the reception was not always positive. You know, you can get haters. It comes with the territory also. But at the open mics of the Grundclub, I always felt supported, and there were also people that were listening, and they took the time to listen to my songs, and maybe later they remember me from somewhere, and they enjoyed the whole evening with us, and I always and every time you wrote me a message where you asked me if I could come to sing 2 or 3 songs, I was always happy. Like immediately when I saw the message, I tried to answer as quickly as I could just to secure a spot and to and then I said, okay, I need to prepare a song. I need to find someone who can play the guitar or the piano, and thankfully we always found a solution. And I enjoyed also, like I also invited some
I
friends.
think
Uh,
Kevin wrote, played with you sometimes. So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. For that one, we didn't really rehearse. We just rehearsed a little. I think 15 minutes before our performance. And but he's like really talented, like he's amazing.
yeah,
I have also seen his evolution with the band.
yeah.
Yeah, I wish him all the best of luck. So
I
and yeah.
invited him last year, but he didn't answer me. So
Oh, okay. Well,
perhaps
um,
another time.
yeah, maybe, yeah, who knows? But yeah, it's I will always keep those good memories in my heart. I will never forget about them. It feels sometimes when I think about those moments, it's like yesterday, and when I was a very small, shy girl, and with being part of it, I learned like I learned to deal with my nervousness because that was when I was younger, that was so hard,
It
and
was
I
a This open mic was a very human experience. This was something I really insisted. I really wanted the open mic, the Groom Club, to be human. Not like egos and here and there. No, I wanted to be human. I wanted to be kind with the participants. I always tried to treat all of you guys like me. I didn't put myself over you because this was so important for me that you guys, when you came, the first thing I was always aware was I want them to feel comfortable. I want them to feel good, to feel comfortable, that they are not nervous, that they are not stressed, that they don't feel like that we are more than them. You know what I mean? Like
everyone is
I
treated
I didn't
equal.
want to be this person like, oh, you are a little musician. I am the organizer. So no, I really wanted you because I knew also that without you, without the people participating in this open mic, could not exist.
Exactly.
So and for you guys to feel confident also and not to be nervous, it was important for me to tell you, don't worry, relax, it's gonna be great. And this
And
was so
people chill.
important. And the open mic, I think I don't miss a lot of things in Luxembourg, but the open mic is definitely what I miss the most.
Hmm.
And because it was one of the most human experiences that I had, and I'm also thankful to Lata for this, and that he gave me this opportunity. When he told me I want to do open mics and I want you to take care of it, I was like, really? Are you sure? He was like, yeah, you are the perfect person to do this. And yeah, and it was one of the best experiences of my life. So
Absolutely. Yeah,
I'm very happy to hear that it was good for you guys too.
absolutely. And like, I mean, we talked about how many years ago was that? Actually, if I mean, I know that I had the Eurovision Gala Night around 2016. And actually, when I started at Grundklub, that was actually one of the first experience. I heard about it when I talked to Sven Saubach. Maybe you
Yeah.
remember him. He's actually
Yeah.
a cousin of my cousin somewhere from my father's family.
Okay.
And I actually, my uncle knows him, and then he introduced me to him, and I talked to him, and then he told me about the Grundklub. And then I went onto the Facebook site and I saw it. I was like, wow, really cool. And then, well, he told me you can come and see what it's like. And then I came the first time there, and after a while, I wanted to be part of it and to sing. And I remember when I had to talk with him before joining Grundklub, um, I didn't have a lot of possibilities at the time when I was very young. I didn't know how to connect with people. I wanted to do something, but you know, you're stuck all alone. You need someone, maybe, you want to talk with someone who has more experience, who can bring you somewhere, who can like connect you with people who have like who can play instruments or can produce music. Because, as a musician, you need to have quite many like qualifications. You need to be at the same time a good social media manager. You need to know about finance, how to finance your song, the legal stuff as well, about the song rights, about the competition rules, about
and
anything related.
also how to ask for all the financial support subsidies, and so
Exactly. Business manager.
this is
Uh,
such a great great part, and this is so much work too, you know.
yeah, exactly. And then you need someone who can produce music well. Then you need someone who can write songs, maybe someone who can do top line. Then you need a promoter. Maybe you need an AR, or also, how do you say, like those PR agents who can bring that, because that part literally I learned it not long while ago, and I'm still learning there, because it was really hard how to bring out that song. Because as we talked about earlier, I was happy that I was accepted in a few radios. My two songs are playing now in around 5 or 6 radios. I even managed to have my second song, Not Alone. I even managed to have it to have one airplay in Sunderland in the UK actually, and I
Oh,
just
great.
googled, yeah, and it's crazy, like because in UK it's impossible. I mean, I even tried to
I
set.
hope to hear your song one day here in Portugal, and like, putting the radio on
I-
and like
If you know
hearing.
how, just let me know. I would be happy to send my application or my
You
email.
have some radios here where the song would fit very well. I can send you the name of the radios, and then you can try to send the song. Because
Yeah.
yeah, because even in France, you know, like Radio Nova or
And
um,
Airshot, I tried, but they
yeah.
didn't answer. But
So Belgium too. So yeah, you
yeah,
just send your song, and what can you get? A yes or a no? You know. So
no answer. But I still tried, and maybe one day they will
yeah,
accept.
yeah.
Because I think for the second song, there was one more radio that accepted my song, but they didn't accept my previous one. Or maybe because I didn't use the correct email address or something like that. At least they didn't answer, but finally for the second song they answered, and who knows, maybe if I don't know, maybe if they see that I'm getting more reach and that people really like my songs, they will be interested to airplay my song as well, and maybe to invite me for an interview. I'm still very thankful that I had also the interview with Radio Ara, so it was a great experience. Um, and I've never had that it was my second time in my life that I went to radio. The first time was with children when I was in the school. It was a school project or something, but yeah, I'm really happy about that
So like
Luxembourg
I am
accepted.
like the second interview about your music.
Yeah, actually, I have a third one on Monday
Oh, great. But I'm
with,
glad to be on the first.
yeah, you're like one of the, how do you say, early birds, something like that.
Great.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm very
Eh,
happy. I'm very
mhm,
happy to support you, really, Mara.
mhm.
Really, because you I know your work and you really deserve it. And really, I wish you really all the best and all the success in the world. And is there something last thing that you want to tell the people outside?
Difficult because there's so much to tell. I could literally talk for the whole time. Um, Maybe about what will come next. I think that will interest a lot people a lot. I think I didn't answer fully to that question. So as you mentioned, Jessica, I am working on my third song. I have many more other songs open, still in production, and we don't know yet when or how we are going to release them. But my third song will probably be out around summer, because I know it's a few months until there, but at the moment I'm also juggling my full-time job with music. I'm working in a big four company where we have crazy overtime hours. So I mean, you can imagine coming home and doing more work after the work. It's always challenging. It's not always possible, but that's why weekends are also there. And every day you do something little, that's also enough. So So yeah, my song will be out somewhere in summer, hopefully. With like discussing the next steps. When are we going to program it in the distributor? When are we going to do promo stuff? And I think we will, I think I will improve the strategy on, how to contact the radios and, doing playlist pitch so that the song will be out on Spotify and will have more listeners and so on. And then the next project that I'm doing, I mean, for sure that every year Eurovision is there, and I don't think that Luxembourg will step back from Eurovision that quickly. I
I
will be
hope not.
yeah. Even if it would be the 10th, 11th time, I would still try until I'm old
Of
enough.
course.
And I mean, thankfully, I still have some years left at least. So maybe one day it will work. Even the national final would be great because this is already television presence. Actually, this is my little goal. I don't even think about winning. I just think about being part of it. But I will participate in another songwriting camp, Eurovision songwriting camp in Belgium this time, which will be around beginning of June. So I got my time off approved by work, and I will write 5 amazing songs. I'm really looking forward to see what they will look like, and also meet new people again. It's all the time networking. It's the biggest power ever. And yeah, so what you will hear about me, new songs eventually, new podcasts, new interviews, new content. Um, yeah, a lot of things will also come very naturally. Songwriting camp, I think I will definitely post about my journey in Belgium. And then of course Eurovision, but that will be, I mean, the auditions will be around September, October, or maybe November, and so there will be also some content about that, and potentially
And
to
I'm
put.
sure you will put your feedback about the Eurovision 2026.
Yeah, for sure.
It's,
Yeah,
you always
yeah.
give your point of view about the contest, so it's really nice to
hmm
read you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really looking forward to see what will be next year. Yeah, it's every year it's different. I cannot compare the first one to this year. Some things are good, some things are less good, in my opinion. But let's see. Let's also see how Luxembourg will do this year in May.
It's not bad
Uh,
this year. I like comparing to the
Definitely
two
last
first.
year. Yeah,
It's my favorite. I was very sad. I have to admit that 0.5 was not taken last year
yeah.
because they had a really great song. But yes, but the one who goes this year, I don't know her, but
She's
she
amazing.
yeah, she seems to be good, and she plays violin.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm curious.
I just
Portugal
yeah.
will do a very traditional canto lentejano song. So yes, it's nice. I was telling you before the interview that Portugal decided this year that even if we don't win, we will take something traditional to show, Portuguese traditional to show to the rest of the world, and it's not a satanic ritual. So I'm very happy about it because
hmm
when I see some participants, I'm really shocked. And yeah, so I don't listen to the Bulgarian song.
You
But
should.
yeah,
You
something
definitely
I
should.
wanted to ask you is, will you do one song where you will put some Bulgarian vibes,
Oh.
Balkan vibes in it?
One of my songs that I produce for releases has like those traditional Bulgarian instruments. I don't know the word in English for that instrument, but it's like one of those instruments that people play when they're in the mountains. They play also in Scotland. It's very traditional in Scotland. I don't know
Mhm.
the word in English, honestly, but it has that instrument, and it's funny because it sounds very sexy afterwards when you put it with the beats. So actually, my producer also likes that mix, and but it's not finished yet. I think we just have the first verse and the chorus so far.
Nice because it
Yeah.
gives this world music sensation,
Hmm.
So we never know. Perhaps if you mix some
Yeah.
Bulgarian beats, balcony beats, vibes in your song, it can give
Yeah.
some world music tap,
If yeah, actually, if you listen to the Bulgarian song this year, there are definitely Bulgarian vibes inside the song, especially the
Mm,
chorus. Uh, if you listen to that song, you will definitely understand what I mean, like with Bulgarian
okay. This
instruments.
instrument.
Yeah, because it's also very modern at the same time. I don't know if you heard,
Okay.
but the singer's her name is Dara. My sister is such a big fan of her, and she's not a fan of Eurovision, but she probably will watch some of it because of her favorite singer. And Dara is such a well-respected singer in the whole Balkan. Like literally, she's an international like idol. Like because she has worked with many producers, including producers that have worked with Rihanna and so on. And she started her career at the X Factor in Bulgaria and so on. She was actually not that good in my opinion, but now she's really really good. And I would say in the odds, I would be happy if she won, but well, the bets are suggesting that Finland will probably win because it also has that violin and they use it a little bit more like in a creative way than EFA. But I still hope EFA will make it into the final. So so yeah, actually my favorites of course are Luxembourg, but mostly Bulgaria. And this is actually the first year where I will be able to vote for Bulgaria because we never had Bulgaria and Luxembourg in the same competition in the same year. It's the very first time actually because Bulgaria
Okay.
entered Eurovision in around 2004 and Luxembourg had a 30-year break where they had stopped in 1993 and I was not even born that year. So I never saw
Mm.
Luxembourg in Eurovision in my life until we came back. And but Bulgaria was like started in 2004 and then they had always some breaks in between because for them it's quite expensive to be there.
Mhm.
Even though when they were always there, like most of the years they were like really bad, but some years they were crazy good. Like some of they had like between 2016 and 2020, it was incredibly good. And yeah, so Bulgaria had a break, and then Luxembourg came back, and then Bulgaria came back, and now both of them are in a competition. So I'm very, very happy about it. Like a happy
So
ending.
I live in Portugal. I cannot vote for Portugal, but I profit always to that I am in Portugal to vote for Luxembourg. So
Yeah.
and
Thank
I
you for the
also
12
like the
points.
Belgium song very much this year. I
Yeah,
think
that's good
the song
vibes.
is a potential winner, really. It's one of the because I listened to the list of all the songs and I think that Belgium was one of the songs that really stood in my ear and like, oh yeah, it's not bad at all. It's a potential winner for the style that they are looking for. The French song is also very good this
Yeah, it's
year.
very high in the odds. According to
Yeah,
the odds, Finland will win. It's not a bad
so
song, but
let's
I don't
see.
like when people hype about all the time about Finland and then Greece and Cyprus. So yeah, I mean, I
It will
root
be
for Bulgaria.
difficult this year.
Yeah,
You have
yeah,
better quality than the other years. You always have these songs a little bit like après-ski songs that I don't understand. What are they doing here? Like, or this reggaeton stuff. And oh my
yeah.
God,
And
really,
some
guys?
we have one metal song. Metal is not my style,
Always.
but I do respect the people that like it. And
Yeah.
I
There
mean,
is
if you
always, since these Norway guys won with the metal song, there is always a metal song. So,
yeah, and it also feels like a copy.
yeah, but but this year I compared this year with last year, and the quality is higher. So it will not be easy this year. It will be
Yeah,
very, very difficult to make a decision. And I was like, because I always see the list of the songs, these little trailers before the day of the competitions, and this year it gave me really this feeling too. I want to see it this year. I will watch it. Last year
yeah,
I didn't watch it. I just watched the trailers, but this year I will watch it because there is very good stuff. I see that. I think that people heard the critics like, yeah, Eurovision Eurovision contest lost quality, and it's true, it lost
yeah.
quality a lot. When I compare with the 80s, you had real big bands and people,
Orchestras.
real orchestras. It was so professional. It was, and there were no effects and electronic stuff. It was like the real voice, the real deal. And then with the years, the quality was lost. And this year, I think everybody did an effort to present something really original and creative. And yeah, I'm really curious to see how it will go. I will vote for Eva for sure. And yeah, I will always
Yeah.
support local musicians. You know that.
She, by the way, she's Slovenian. And she's really amazing. I met her actually. It was funny. I went to watch national final at the Rocal, and her family was just sitting behind me. They were all dressed in with pink t-shirts with a picture of her, and with very big how do you say banners,
Yes.
And I showed them that voted for her because I really liked her song the most. And so and yeah, I like they were so happy, and she had such a big family that supported her, and you could feel the energy in the room. When she sang, the audience was much louder than for other singers, and so I felt like, yeah, she would win this year. So and then when I was at the preview party, she was very open, like she didn't have any bodyguards around. I went to her, I spoke to her. Even my mom spoke to her in Bulgarian, actually, because she's Slovenian and we can communicate more or less in our language.
Okay.
Uh, because the whole Balkan side, our languages are very similar to each other, some more, some less.
Like Portuguese and Spanish, for example.
Yeah, but even a little bit more closer, and it's like more
Okay.
countries. Like my mom said, like it can be around 20 countries. And she said
Okay.
never underestimate being a Balkan girl, and that's one of the reasons why she said for me it's important that my children speak Bulgarian because I want them to feel like home when they go to Bulgaria, when they see their
Of
family.
course. It's like for us, the Portuguese, it's the same. We speak Portuguese at home. It was always like that.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, so I feel that my earphones, that the battery is low.
Okay, so let's finish the interview. We are
Yeah,
almost
let's
two
finish that
hours
subject.
going on.
Yeah.
But
Just to
thank you so
finish.
much, Mara. It was really nice. We keep you updated, guys, about Mara's stuff, about your third single when it comes out. We Mara will keep you updated about the Eurovision contest too. So follow her also for that. And yes, and for the next episode I will normally have a writer, a Portuguese writer, a poet. So we'll see what he will talk about. And share the podcast, put a like. If you want to support the podcast, you can do a little donation. There is no fixed amount. You can do a donation of the amount you want. Thank you a lot for the people who support me, also for all the friends and family who support this project. And it's very important for me. I really put all my heart on this, and I'm so happy to be back because I started the podcast only for musicians 1 year ago, and I stopped for health issues. And I'm so happy to be back with this new format where I can interview people from every topic. So all interesting projects, all, even if you have social projects you want to promote and you want help, and please send me a message or send me an email to jessicatalkpod@gmail.com, and we'll fix an interview together. I will not do like for the music podcast, I had like a fixed day where I posted, but now I really want to do this free. So when I do the interviews and when the editing is ready, I post it. I don't have like a special day to post the podcast. I want it to be free, and to give me the freedom also to do it as I want and as I can, also because I also have a normal job like Mara. It's a job after the job. And I have also music projects. So yeah, so thank you for all the people who support the podcast. Share it, go to Mara's pages, follow her, go to listen to her music, go to see the video clips who are so great. And people who like ASMR, I think you will like just for you. So thank you, Mara, and I wish you all the best, and see you next time, guys. Bye.
Thank you.